Are you paying too high of an interest rate if you're factoring? Are you paying it back too fast? Do you know what your annual rate is? I'm going to share some things to help you think through this and maybe learn a little bit. So factoring can be a really great financing tool to help you grow. It has an old school bad rap, but there's a lot of great factoring products out there today where the cost of capital has come down tremendously, the terms have been great, and are sometimes actually not that far off from a lot of bank products. Companies that are in, professional services like a staffing business, or companies that are moving goods or selling goods, any type of business that has to pay for something today, invoice, and wait to get paid, factoring can be a tremendous tool to grow. A lot of times people just don't utilize it the right way. They get a factoring deal and then they don't focus on their growth. But some things that you really want to look for in factoring is, what is your rate? Is it a per month rate? Is it a per X amount of day rate? Meaning, like, are you paying 1% per 30 days or 1% every 10 days? What happens to that rate after 30 days? Does it remain the same? Does it go up? Does it reduce less? Are there any additional fees per invoice per month? You really need to understand these things. But what's more important with factoring is, if you're going to use that type of product, it's meant to use that product to bring in, let's say you're working with Walmart and you're just not getting paid fast enough and it's creating cash flow issues. So a lot of customers will start to factor. That's okay. But then they don't go out and get more customers. So they typically stick with the amount of business that they've been able to doing. And we're factoring, like, there's Under Armour factored and used a factoring company, and that's how they grew their business all the way up to IPO. So big companies today that of big brand names are using factoring to grow, and it's a lot cheaper than equity. And a lot of times if you're growing fast, banks just won't keep up with you. There are some factors that are really expensive, there are some factors that are not expensive. You want to get to the right factor? Me and my team can absolutely help you with that. What's important is, if you're going to use a product, a receivable product, to factor your receivables or invoices, you want to make sure that you're not just doing it and staying where you are. You want to use that as a tool. If you're pulling a factor in, now you've got a financial partner backing you without giving up equity, so you can go out. In the example I give with Walmart, now go get Target and other retailers, and you've got to go out and take on more business. Now you've got the financial backing, so you go buy your products, ship your products, you create the invoice, you can get paid immediately, and your cash flow can keep up with growing your business. So factoring is a really great tool. You do need to know the costs. What are you paying per month? Are there additional fees per invoice? Are there monthly fees? Are there annual fees? Are there any contract? These are all the things that you want to look through. But if you're going to use factoring, you really want to focus on growing your business, not just staying at the same level, because that doesn't make sense. Hope you found this helpful. Thanks for tuning in to Grow by Joe, and don't forget to keep growing.